Good, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon, everyone. We're ready to begin our valedictory service. Parents, we're asking that you join the graduates. All right, we're going to begin with the marching in of the graduates.
Alejandro Findlay.
Alejandro Finley. Tracy.
Omar Brown.
Courtney Robinson.
Luke Ferguson.
Janae Barrett.
Leandre Gibbs.
Chanel Holmes.
Jamal Scott.
Ferguson.
Dominic Henry.
Imani Bygrave.
Matthew Williams.
Kayana Brown.
Kian Robinson.
Abriana Gilling.
Jaime Andre Ferguson. Matthew Williams.
Alexia Forrester.
Tadre Dixon.
Paige Taylor.
Dylan Campbell.
Aliana Burke.
Tyler Linton.
Darcian Moore.
Chase Ricketts.
Ariel Stokes.
Aiden Edwards. Gaim Pearson. Othniel Gordon.
Keith Bennett.
Demelia Sabaxon.
Kira Joy Pessoa.
Kira, do you want to come up here? Kira, there back. So you can come up with more. He's then Demelia, then Kira, then Nathan. Nathan Fisher. Ethan Edwards.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that was our graduating class of 2022, and we want to say congratulations to all of them. Please stand for our opening hymn.
If you look to the back of your program, you'll find the words of the hymn, opening hymn in your hands.
Bow your heads while I pray. Most righteous and compassionate Father, we come before you this afternoon to celebrate a milestone in our students, in our children's lives, oh God. Lord, we are thankful, and we're thankful to you because none of this would be possible without you. You have blessed the parents, you have blessed the teachers, the school, and the stakeholders, and we have to give you all the glory and all the praise. Lord, I beg that you shower us with your blessings continually as we go throughout this service. I beg that your presence may be felt and that everything may go according to your will. In your most righteous name I pray, amen. All right, we're going to have Miss Ariel Stubbs, Dorcian Mott and Dominic Henry to do our scripture reading. You may be seated.
The scripture reading is taken from St. John chapter 16, verse 32 and 33,
and Romans chapter 8, verses 35 to 37.
Indeed, the hour is coming, yes, has now come, that you will be scattered, each to his own, and will leave me alone. And yet I am not alone, because the Father is with me. These things I have spoken to you, that in me you may have peace. In the world you will have tribulation, but be of good cheer. I have overcome the world.
Who shall separate us from the love of Christ? Shall tribulation, or distress, or persecution, or famine, or nakedness, or peril, or sword? As it is written, for thy sake we are killed all the day long. We are accounted as sheep for the slaughter. Nay, in all these things we are more than conquerors through him that loved us.
Here ends a portion of God's holy words. We honor it by saying, thanks be to God.
All right, now we're going to have Ariel Stubbs coming to do the introduction of our chairperson.
All protocols observed. All protocols observed. Our chairperson is from our neighboring parish, Hanover. She is a proud graduate of the Montego Bay High School for Girls, where many hope to attend, and the Samsar Teachers College and Central Connecticut State University, where she gained a degree in education. Although she has a strong attachment for working with children, she only stayed in the classroom for 2 years, where she impacted the lives of students at the Glendavon Primary School. She later transitioned to the Ministry of National Security Immigration Department. The attraction in this field is overwhelming, and thus, for the past 20 years, she has been with this organization. Currently, she serves as Operations Manager and is a certified trainer with the Management Institute National Development Program. Although entrusted with such weighty responsibility, she serves as board chairman for the Green Pond High School and is a member of the Kiwanis Club of Providence with responsibility as director for the Student Leadership Program. She is a Justice of the Peace and balances all assignments with extracurricular activities as the secretary of the Mobay Masters Cricket Club. She has been married for over 20 years and is a proud mother of 2 children, one of whom is a proud graduate of this, our noble institution, Hosanna Preparatory. Ladies and gentlemen, I can assure you that she will keep us entertained. Please help me to welcome Mrs. Althea Keane to the podium. Mrs. Keane, the responsibility of the program is yours. Please take it away.
Go ahead and give her a round of applause for that. Thank you, Lady Ariel. The responsibility is mine, and to ensure that we have a smooth program and that we are out of here in no time, correct? Chairman of the Board of Management of the Hosanna Preparatory School, Dr. D. Harvey. Administrator, Mrs. Carleen Duaney. Principal, Ms. Dorothy Chambers. Academic staff, administrative staff, auxiliary staff, President of the Parent Teachers Association, Mrs. P. Campbell. Our keynote speaker this evening, Dr. Andre Horton, for which you will hear later. Ladies and gentlemen, parents, distinguished guests in the audience, for who caused us to be here this afternoon, our graduates, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
First, I must say a hearty congratulations to the graduating class of 2021 to 2022 of the Hosanna Preparatory School, for which I would want to say you're coming out of what is called a VUCA environment. VUCA for me means volatile, uncertain, complex, ambiguity, and this happened because of COVID-19. I know it is not an easy task. It was not an easy task, and based on what is happening all around us today, we are existing in what we refer to as a crazy world, and that is why for my term I say it's a VUCA environment. Now, what I will do is just to encourage each and every one, in order for us to survive in this type of environment, we need to develop what is called our VUCA skills, and it is what you call survival. For every day that you rise, we are going to be faced with challenges once we exist in this world. And so the greatest product or result at the end of each moment and at the end of each day is to ensure that you have survived what is happening around us. Without no further ado, we have a program before us. I'm going to ask keenly that we follow it as best as possible. And so the persons who are participating, I ask that you get yourself together, and if you are far, you put yourself near. And at this time, I'm going to invite Kiana Brown to come and do the welcome, followed by the principal's message, Ms. D. Chambers, followed by the greetings from our school board chairman, and then the greetings from the PTA body, then greetings from our representative, Mr. Christopher Carr from the Ministry of Education, Youth and Culture, and we will follow the program in that order. Thank you.
All protocols observed. All protocols observed. It gives me great pleasure to welcome all seated here today to join in the celebration of this our school leaving exercise for 2022. This afternoon is one of monumental importance as it marks the end of an era for the class of 2022 and a new beginning as well. It has been an extremely challenging journey, especially the last 2 years, as COVID has knocked us in so many ways, but thankfully, we have triumphed. We are more than conquerors. According to Fred DeVito, if it doesn't challenge you, it doesn't change you. We have learned resilience and embraced the will to survive. The knowledge and experiences that we have garnered will help us as we continue on our path. And thus, this afternoon, you are invited to share with us in some of these remarkable achievements. Mom, Dad, Grandma, Grandpa, Uncle, Aunt, cousin, brother, sister, thanks for the continued support. Enjoy the program as you bask in some of our achievements, your achievements as well. Your time, effort, and support has come to fruition. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the program. It is in Spanish that we say, bienvenidos, bienvenidos. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Many years ago, Jewish writer Corrie ten Boom wrote, "Thank you, Lord, that you are the conqueror and that you want to make us more than conquerors." End quote. Glory to God, who imbued us with the strength to rise above the most difficult times experienced in over a century, to declare today that we are more than conquerors. Chairperson, Mrs. Althea Keene, School Board Chairman, Dr. Derek Harvey, School Administrator, Mrs. Carleen Juhaney, Minister of Education, Education Officer, Mr. Christopher Carr, our guest speaker for the afternoon, Dr. Andre Horton, PTA President, Mrs. Patricia Campbell, my colleague teachers and principals in the audience and all around, our administrators, administrative staff, ancillary staff, parents, guardians, students, well-wishers, and most importantly, our honorees, the graduating class of 2022. Today we assemble to extol the accomplishments of the Hosanna Preparatory graduating class of 2022. Hopefully the euphoria that we feel transcends all the struggles that we have experienced. For the cradle Hosannites like Jaim Andre, Luke, Gaim, Chase, Paige, Leandre, and Nicholas, their journey began in 2013, when they were mere babies. By 2014, they were joined by Janae, Kaylee, Emily, Keana, Alejandro, Nathan, Peyton, Alexia, and Chanel. And in 2015, the group increased with the arrival of Keys, Dylan, Ason, Dominic, Courtney, and Matthew. With tutelage from the expert early childhood team comprising Mrs. Gray, Ms. Cooper, Lodrick, and Sterling, a solid foundation was set for these students to advance to big school, that is grade 1. Coming on board at grade 1, we had Othniel, Jamal, Aliana, Imani, Kira Joy, Aiden, and Tyler. Even at this age, these students were eager to learn, and Miss Dinham and Miss Drummond had that privilege to teach them. As was expected, the group easily managed the Ministry of Education grade 1 individual learning profile.
Their involvement in co-curricular activities that had started in the kindergarten department continued to increase. This was to intensify in grade 2 when the team of Miss S. Hill and Miss Dyer took the reins, and Demilio, Tadre, and returnee Ariel were welcomed additions. In this class, more than 50%, and you'll notice it still continues, more than 50% were boys, and a healthy competition developed among the students. Each month, the monthly academic ranking was eagerly anticipated as students changed places regularly in the top 10 areas in particular. And this kind of competition forced them to increase their academic performance. In the year 2019, the students were promoted, of course, to grade 3. The ratio of boys to girls continued to increase with the addition of Ryan, Kian, and Damaria. Then, with the mantra being for Miss Corey and Miss Doman, no child left behind, they took over the controls. It was also the year of Hosanna 20th anniversary, and a number of exciting activities were implemented. One can remember the launch of the Hosanna Prep 10 and under football competition where 10 schools participated, and Hosanna Prep ended winning the second place trophy. These footballers continued to showcase their skills as they competed in the DMP Academy, Dennis Barton 8 and under, as well as the VMBS under 12 competitions, thanks to Mr. Andre Smith, who was the coach. These same set of students seized the opportunity to display their athletic prowess at the Catherine Hall Stadium in the GISO CPJ athletic meet. And if I recall, a relay team of which Chanel Holmes was a member came out with a silver medal. We had creditable performances also from Imani Bygrave, Peyton Tracy, Alexia Forrester, Kiana Brown on the girls' side, Tadre Dixon, Demilia Sabaxon, Leandre Gibbs, Guy Pearson, and Othniel Gordon from the boys' side. The JCDC competitions were not overlooked, and as you will hear later on, in the area of the choir, where the majority, I don't know how we're going to manage, because most of the choir will be leaving us as of today, but the majority of the choir members were selected from this class, and they won not 1, not 2, but 5 national awards. Individual medalists of that same year were Janae and Nicholas. And in the dance troupe, we had dancers, Peyton, Chanel, Alexia, Kiana, Imani, Paige, Emily and Kaylee, Aliana, Jamal, and Kian, who represented excellently at the same JCDC competitions. Hats off to Mr. C. Rodney, Mrs. K. James, and Miss Oladrick, and the other members of the cultural team who worked with these students to show their skills. In the areas of the clubs, the Science and Environmental and the Brownies clubs were very, very active, and both clubs were instrumental in increasing the number of fruit trees and ornamental trees that adorn Hosanna's property. And the Brownies continued with their volunteerism and outreach program to the St. James Infirmary, where they donated goodies. And we have to say thanks to the organizers there of Miss Doman, Miss Bagaloo, and Miss Cooper, and Miss C. Johaney. You might ask, with all this keen involvement, what about their academic performance? The records show that in the Ministry of Education grade 3 diagnostic test, the results were also excellent. In the area of mathematics, 1 student scored 67%, 5 students scored between 70 and 80%, 17 students between 80 and 90%, and 19 between 90 and 100%. In the area of language arts, 1 student scored 77%, 5 students between 80 and 88%, and 36 between 90 and 100. Water. As indicated, these students love to compete, and provision was provided for them to do so. Nicholas Thomas, for example, represented the school in the National Gleaner Spelling Bee competition and gained a respectable spot in the top 11 of 65 schools. Yeah, we're ready. I'm sure you have heard that on TV. We're ready? Yes, we're ready. This is what I imagine the students saying as they looked forward to grade 4, where the calm and efficient Miss Mackenzie and Mr. Rodney had the joy of teaching these students. Jaden Bailey increased the enrollment of boys at this stage. The class remained vibrant. Their skills in mathematics were tested when 13 of them entered and successfully completed the qualifying round of the University of the West Indies Math Olympiad competition and advanced to the second round. This same year, the choir presented 4 pieces in the area of the traditional folk forms, and all pieces went through. In the area of music, the choir presented 15 pieces, and all were successful, and all successfully advanced the next round. In the area of speech that year, 3 items were presented, 2 went to the next round, while in dance, 3 pieces were done. In all of the aforementioned activities, participants were excited about performing at the next level, but this was did not materialize, as all schools were ordered closed on March 13, 2022, and you will understand why. Students were poised to continue on the same trajectory within the traditional classroom setting. However, all of this, as we know, ended abruptly. This interruption required us to find more creative methods to support our students' educational development. The COVID period was tumultuous. At first, students were kept engaged using Google Classroom, WhatsApp, and Skype. Parents and guardians, you became teachers overnight. Google Classroom gave way to My Smart Term with WebEx as the video conferencing application. Then, a more efficient system was devised with GradeLogix and Zoom as the video conferencing tool. For the rest of the same year, teaching learning took place in the virtual classroom. Teachers now had to compete with students' attention for Roblox, Free Fire, YouTube, I can't even call it, TikTok, and all of these took first priority. But we, being the kind of teachers that we are, refused to relinquish control. Emphasis was now placed on having students developing a stronger sense of responsibility. So qualities like resilience, fortitude, and commitment, these were emphasized. These are the qualities today that stand out and make them more than conquerors. Grade 4 quietly gave way to grade 5. Along the way, we lost a few of our students to migration. So at grade 5, in the height of the pandemic, we welcomed back 2 returning students, Darcy and Mawat and Alia Farquharson, and 1 new student, Omar Brown. It was at grade 5 that the real mettle of the class was tested. but the proficient Mrs. Grant and the caring Mr. Anderson, they were more than capable. Miss Anglin also assisted when Mr. Anderson migrated. Teaching and learning took place in the online modality in term 1 and the first half of term 2. For the second half of term 2 and all of term 3, students were engaged both face-to-face and online. A grand total of 29 students entered the qualifying round of the University of the West Indies Math Olympiad competition, and all of them advanced to round 1. However, not all of them chose to continue to the second round. The persons who chose to continue to the second round were Nathan, Peyton, Ariel, Tyler, Dominic, Alejandro, Nicholas, Matthew, Kian, Othniel, Chadreja, Chanel, Haley and Emily, and Domar. And those who continued right through to the finals were Peyton, Othniel, and Matthew. And their persistence paid off as they ended in the top 10 percentile in the country. In JCDC Music that same year, although we were in lockdown, students were encouraged to enter solo recordings, and Courtney Robinson received a silver medal for his rendition of Salt Lane Gal. As difficult as it was, we still continued to pursue our mandate, and the Ministry of Education diagnostic tests were proof of this. So we had one set of diagnostic tests in November, and their scoring was a little different, and so it ranged in the area of science, where the lowest score was 35 and the highest 52 out of 60. In mathematics, the lowest score in mathematics was 32 and the highest 52 again out of 60. In the area of social studies, lowest score out of 60 was 38, the highest being 56. In language arts, the highest was 39, the lowest, was 39, and the highest, 57. In the second set done in April, students were classified as ready, near ready, or not ready. 39 students sat science, 30 were deemed ready, and 9 near ready. 40 students sat mathematics, 35 were deemed ready, and 5 near ready. 39 sat social studies, 38 were deemed ready, 1 near ready. 40 students sat language arts, and all 40 were deemed ready. This was a preface of what was expected at grade 6, where once again we were forced to make a sudden shift, as in October it was back to full face-to-face classroom setting. The final year of the prep school education is normally challenging, and for these students, the roller coaster ride of the preceding 2 years left them feeling uncertain in some areas. The volume of work that was to be covered appeared daunting. Yet Mrs. Dawkins, in her usual indomitable style, buckled down with students. Application and critical thinking became buzzwords. Extended days, subject marathons, working holidays were all implemented to ensure that content was covered and captured as well. Soon students recaptured their usual vibrancy, and the weekly grade sheet was proof. They were ready for the National PEP Grade 6 test that took place on March 24 of this year, the mental ability. The curriculum-based followed that on Wednesday and Thursday, April 27th and 28th. As we patiently await the results, please remember, because I know we're a little bit anxious, and that's natural, the students were well prepared, and they'll get the success that they prepared for. Having completed the exit examinations, the members of the football team were at it again, teaming up with Montego Bay Prep School to compete in the VMBS Under 13 competition. Of course, our boys made their mark, scoring 4 goals in their first match. Othniel 2, Tadre 1, Rayan 1. And in a subsequent match, Leandre also scored. It is noteworthy that at this stage, we had an addition in the form of Abriana Gilling, who has joined the graduation party. Ladies and gentlemen, we owe much of our accomplishments because I'm going to categorize now my final saying in pre-COVID, COVID, and what have you. So the accomplishments of the pre-COVID years, we owe it largely to you, our parents and guardians, especially the vibrant and competent PTA executive of that time. And I'm sure you'll all remember the upgrade of the garbage system, receptacle, the exit and entrance signs, and so many other things. By that administration of 2019, led by past President Mr. Andre Dixon, who himself should be in a celebratory mood this afternoon, considering his son is graduating. In the COVID period, we again owe a lot to you, our parents. It was the support and efficiency of the PTA executive body led by Mrs. Karen Swaby, immediate past president, that helped us over many hurdles. Now, as we navigate, hopefully, the post-COVID period, your efforts are encouraging. Already the PTA executive, ably led by Mrs. Patricia Campbell, have embarked on a number of activities. I want to thank you. I want to thank Mr. Dave Brown, Member of Parliament for Eastern Hanover, for his contributions of some tablets at the time when we needed them most. Our sincere thanks also to our class rep, Miss S. Simpson, and Mrs. Jace Tracy. Those two ladies, they have distinguished themselves in how they have supported this group of students throughout their tenure, not just in their grade 6 years, but right up through. Thank you all for your contributions and for your support and for all that you have done, parents. It is appreciated. My colleague teachers, past and present, you are an extraordinary team of educators. With your quick mastery of online teaching, your delivery of content, and your caring and commitment, you drove our students to achieve excellence. I want to say thank you, my colleague teachers, thank you. I want to say special thanks, and you will understand, to Mrs. S. Dawkins, grade 6 teacher extraordinaire. It was tough, but you never failed to deliver. And we want to say we thank you so much from the bottom of our hearts for all that you have put in. Our school board chairman, Dr. Derek Harvey, and the other board members, Proprietor Mrs. Carleen Juhaney, we appreciate you for your guidance and your strong leadership and for the way you kept us steady and productive. Our sincere thanks. To the members of the ancillary and administrative staff, thank you so much. It was a difficult time, and sometimes I know that your work appeared overwhelming. It was a lot, the cleaning, the sanitizing, the wash down, but you stuck to the task, and we are grateful. Thank you so much. Graduating class of 2022. And by graduating class, I mean all 41 of you. 41, including Abriana and Nicholas, who is unavoidably absent. All of you. This leg of your journey is now complete. You have run an incredible race and maintained the tradition of excellence in a difficult period. The victory is yours. As you move on to high schools, continue on this path. Continue on this path for excellence. You, and I want you to remember always, because this must resound with you, that you are more than conquerors. Congratulations, class of 22, and may God bless you always in all your endeavors.
This is Althea Keane. This is Althea Keane, chairperson this afternoon. Members of the board who may be present or online. Mrs. Dehaney, administrator. Miss Dorothy Chambers and all the excellent teachers of Hosanna Prep. Mr. Christopher Carr from the Ministry of Education. Dr. Horton, our guest speaker. Our PTA president, Ms. Patricia Campbell, parents and guardians who are here, students who are supporting, and especially our graduates, the class of 2022. It's a pleasure to stand here yet another year to bring greetings on behalf of the board. First of all, let me congratulate you, class of 2022, and Ms. Chambers would have taken you through the journey which you went through the school. To the parents, the theme More Than Conquerors says in 2 words or 3 words what you would have gone through. COVID-19 is where we had the path thrust and saw challenges which the world had never seen, which affected the students in a manner which we never would have expected. But today we are here more than conquerors. To the parents who have toiled so long in such difficult circumstances, the journey is not over. It has just begun. In the same manner that you have given support, the board would like to honor you and to congratulate you for sticking to the task. Life is a journey, and this is but the first steps. So may I implore you to continue to cherish and nourish our future for our country and for our world. To the graduates of the class of 2022, the fact that we say we are here, that you're more than conquerors, mean that you may have been conquering something. Now, what have you conquered? Most times when you talk about conquering, we're talking about going to war. The issue is you have overcome the challenges of what has been one of the most difficult periods seen in the world for a very, very long time. But you're young. There are other challenges which you will see. The fact that you have come through, one of the things which I reflected on is that for you to come through, there are rules and regulations. I heard Ms. Chambers mention about sanitizing. Don't get it wrong. COVID isn't gone anywhere, it's still here. So you must still maintain those rules. The fact that COVID presented to you these challenges has also presented to you opportunities. And I'll take my personal experience. In my job, sometimes you have to travel to Kingston for meetings. And I always wondered, when would the opportunity come where we could stay in Montego Bay and have our meetings? COVID provided that. So in everything, there are opportunities. And I hope that you have seen many opportunities which you would have had having come through this pandemic. I will not be here long, but I'm imploring you, use the opportunities and the foundation which you got at Hosanna and build on it. And if I ask of one thing of you, please be respectful, because if you show respect to those whom you love and whom you serve, the world will be yours. And may I ask God to bless you as you continue on this journey. God bless you.
I hope everyone can see me. All protocols observed. Ladies and gentlemen, and the honorary graduating cohort of 2022. Good afternoon. I see a lot of beautiful and handsome, beautiful young ladies and handsome young men in the audience. So now clap on yourself now. Yes, man, it's your day. So we can always classify the academic year of 2021-2022. It should now be regarded as history. And it was certainly a challenging, dramatic, and memorable one, with a lot of new experience. Am I correct? Yes. As we were thrust into adjusting to what they call a new normal, which is, again, another buzzword or another buzz phrase that we know, we navigated a safe return to our school campus, and voiding a few teething pains, our children took it on like champs. This past year has been challenging on many levels, but we are the Hosanna Preparatory School, and we can learn, adapt, persevere, and overcome any obstacles thrown our way. If you believe that, put your hands together. Yes. Now, as president of the Parent Teachers Association of this noble institution, it is with a tremendous amount of pride and pleasure to bring you greetings from the PTA executive members. Now, our students have thrived under the guidance of our teachers throughout their academic journey at Hosanna Preparatory School. To you, our educators, we want to extend the heartiest and most gracious thank you. You work long hours, face immense pressures. Your efforts and dedication to our children have not gone unnoticed. We want to thank you. Thank you all for that you do, both in the classroom and on your own time, to ensure the success of all our children. You press on far beyond the school bell that signals the end of the day. Thank you again for caring, for believing in and inspiring our children year-round. Can we just give it up for all of the teachers at Hosanna Preparatory School? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now to the graduating class of 2022, special congratulations to you all. Remember that you all are winners, and this is an opportunity to reflect on your accomplishments and to prepare for the future which lies ahead. Graduating class, you have just successfully handled this first phase of your academic journey with flying colors, and it is indeed worthy of our emulation as proud parents and teachers. Today, your joy is our joy, and your tears are ours. We celebrate you today, and we, your parents, guardians, and a gamut of well-wishers are confident that as you matriculate to the secondary phase of your educational journey, the knowledge and skill set harnessed at Hosanna Preparatory has honed you to confidently take on the challenges which lies ahead. I want to say, on behalf of the Parents Teachers Association, best wishes to you all. We congratulate you again and wish you well onto your next step. Remember your motto and let it ever so gently guide you. Let's say the motto together. Preparing for today and the future. Yes, awesome. I'm delighted to celebrate this milestone with you. May the Almighty God guide and enrich you on your continued academic journey. And as they say, walk with God and you will walk good. Congratulations again, the class of 2022. Thank you.
Chairperson of this function, Mrs. Althea Keene, Chairman of the Board, Mr. Derek Harvey, Principal, Mrs. Dorrit Chambers, other members of the Board, Proprietor, Mrs. Duhaney, members of the academic and non-academic staff, distinguished guests, members of the PTA and other parents, well-wishers, students, class of school leavers 2022. I will mention your theme which is We Are More Than Conquerors. And that is so true listening to all that has happened. You are more than conquerors. On behalf of the Ministry of Education, Youth and Information, I would like to express gratitude to the school board, principal, and staff for the level of commitment that has been displayed during this year. You have proven through the various programs implemented and the output derived that you have embodied the philosophy of the Ministry of Education, and Youth that every child can learn, every child must learn. Board of Governors, I thank you ably for leading this institution throughout another successful academic year. To you, Madam Principal, your guidance and extraordinary leadership skills has not gone unnoticed. We at Region 4 thank you. To you, my teachers, at this noble institution, I join with the songwriters in saying, how can I say thanks? You have carried the students through another year, through the pandemic, both in virtual space and face-to-face. You have worked diligently and persevered to ensure the students are being taught. You have implemented psychosocial sessions to attend to the mental and emotional needs of your students, and for that and more, I express my sincere gratitude. This is indeed another step in the journey of your lives, one that should be recognized for its immense significance. It is an act not only of personal commitment, but also of pride. You have truly worked hard to get to this day, and your work did not go to waste or unnoticed. To the school leavers, unprecedented. Unprecedented is defined as never done or known before. And I am sure all of you have heard this word countless times over the last year. Being normalized, this is a word that correlates directly with COVID-19. But there But here my intention is to connect this word with all But here my intention is to connect this word with all of you. You are unprecedented. What does that mean? You are a school-leaving class that has done something never known before. You see, all of you have had a roller coaster ride, from week-long quarantines to distance learning, math classes, countless pending Google Classroom assignments, and numerous other things. All of you, your crazy roller coaster rides have been unprecedented, never seen before in the history of education. Living in such unprecedented time made you cherish the small yet important aspects in life. Most importantly, you have formed relationships with the people you have loved, whom cared about you, people that went on this crazy journey along with you. The journey with 3 different levels of PEP exams and being stressed out over countless deadlines and a mock exam, unprecedented. But today, I know that you no doubt are in a reflective mood. In a reflective mood as you think about your time spent at this institution, both face-to-face and virtually. You have all grown academically, technologically, spiritually, emotionally, and socially. You have benefited immensely from being at Hosanna Prep School. Today, the school staff of this noble institution is saying goodbye to school leavers with whom they have added value to their education. I say this because I am confident that no student is leaving the same way he or she entered this institution. This graduation has already shown you that you are capable, and in all ways you are able to accomplish your goals when you commit yourselves to them. I hope all of you here today can take this personal accomplishment as an example of how anything is truly possible when you put your mind to it. As you all continue on your lives, take each new problem with confidence, knowing that you can achieve great things. The road that lies ahead won't be easy. There will be obstacles and missed exits, potholes and roadblocks. There will be times when each of you will feel like you cannot possibly go on. Nothing worthwhile is easy, and that includes making the most out of your future. You must keep pushing because you know you can achieve your dreams. From this day forward, believe in yourselves so that you can reach your goal and fulfill your dreams. Be the best that you can be so that you can fulfill your lives and the lives of those closest to you with happiness and with pride. Parents, I know that you are beaming with pride as you witness your children achieve another educational milestone. On behalf of the Ministry of Education and Youth, let me thank the many parents of this noble institution who have been supportive of their children at this school. Studies have shown that when parents are involved in education of their children, the children usually do better than when the education is left to the school alone. Graduates, you are the author of your own life. It is up to you to dream it, imagine it, sketch it, shape it, build it, go after it, and make it happen. School leavers, Always remember, you can get it if you really want it. Best wishes. Best wishes. Sorry. Best wishes for the future. Oh, okay. Best wishes for the future. Thank you. All right, just for confidence, best wishes for the future. Soar, my graduates, like eagles. Only the sky must be your limit. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I greet you on behalf of the Ministry of Education, Youth. I wish you God's choicest blessings, and please continue to be safe. I thank you.
To inspire our school leavers this evening, and just to ensure that they are more than conquerors, I just want to say to you that being more than conquerors is not just physical work, it begins with the mind. I hope you all understand that. My gentlemen, my ladies, being more than conquerors begins with the mind, and you must have that strong will to continue to be more than conquerors. To inspire our graduates this afternoon, I am going to use the opportunity to invite my lovely gentleman, Mr. Alejandro Finley, to present to you our guest speaker.
What an esteemed privilege it is to have this gentleman in our midst. Our guest speaker is from the soil of Western Jamaica. To be specific, he is a Montegonian and a proud graduate of the Cornwall College, one of my schools of choice. He is a senior lecturer in the Department of Economics at the University of the West Indies, Mona, and a former opposition senator. His humble, unassuming demeanor belies his brilliance and achievements. He advocates for economic development and the achievement of the poor and underprivileged. He has achieved much in his journey through life and is an awardee of numerous scholarships. One of such was from the KPMG, Pete Marwick, another Thomas De La Rue, and the British Commonwealth Scholarship. He is an International Monetary Fund Distinguished Academic Fellow and the University of the West Indies Most Outstanding Researcher 2017 for the Faculty of Social Sciences. He is the Most Outstanding University of the West Indies alumni for the decade 1999 to 2008 and an eloquent speaker. Ladies and gentlemen, all of the aforementioned refers to one noble individual, Dr. Andre Horton. Please help me welcome him to the podium. Dr. Horton, we eagerly await your delivery.
Oh, thank you so much. What is your name?
Alejandro.
Alejandro. Thank you so much, Alejandro, for that wonderful introduction and that beautiful charge. A parent was kind enough to share her daughter's syllabus for the year with me. And when I looked at it, I really have to say that you guys are really conquerors, more than conquerors. I want to big up all the teachers at the Hosanna Preparatory School for the great work that they have been doing. Come on, parents, give them a round of applause. Let's go and nurture their children so much. And We should be really, really grateful for that. All protocols observed. Our principal, Miss Dorothy Campbell, Dorothy Chambers, and everyone else. I'm very happy to be here. Parents, when I look at the young children today, how eloquently dressed they are, how neat they look, we must commend you for all the hard work that you have been doing, especially in the light of the COVID-19 pandemic and the challenges that you face. We know that a lot of people struggle with the online learning and facilitating the online learning. So students, give your parents a round of applause for all the great work that they have put in. Now to you, the graduates. When I see you, I see budding lights. When I see you, I see young people who, with these budding lights, will brighten up the world that come before them. Parents, give your children a round of applause for really taking the time to study hard and to graduate here today. I have children of my own. I have 2 girls at the moment, and night before last night, before we went to bed, we were reading bedtime stories. So my older daughter, she's 7, and she volunteered to read that night. The story was about David and Goliath. So once upon a time, there was a young boy called David, and he lived in this village. There was this big giant called Goliath, 9 feet tall. Hear my daughter. But that's not a giant. Only 9 feet. A house is like 12 feet. He's like shorter than a house. How can that be a giant? So I said to her, how tall are you? I said, I don't know. So I said, well, you're about 2 feet tall. So think about it, 2 feet versus 9 feet. Just imagine, it's a story giant. Not real giant, but story giant. So she kept on reading. She said that Goliath came to defeat David's people, and nobody was willing to step up. But David was courageous. David was brave. And even though Goliath was a giant, he was willing to step up to the plate. So David placed a stone in his slingshot, and he hurled the slingshot, hurled it. And he let go of the stone, and the stone hit Goliath. And just from that act of courage, just from that act of bravery, and that act of having faith in the process, small David was able to conquer big Goliath. And when I look at you today, I see all of you as little Davids. See the females, they're David Nina, David Na. You know, because the challenge that comes to us as young people and the world that we live in today requires us to be more than conquerors. It requires us to be brave and to be courageous. So I said to my daughter, what is the moral of the story? Because whenever we read stories, these stories must come with a moral. And she said to me, the moral of the story is no matter how little you are, no matter how difficult a task might seem, no matter how challenging a particular battle might look, if you have faith in the Lord, if you have faith in your own abilities to become successful, then victory is minutes away. And for each of us today, think about you graduating as jumping the first hurdle, because life is sort of like that. It's like a 400-meter hurdle race. And each time you graduate is each time you jump a hurdle, and you have to get ready to jump the other hurdle. So now, think about it like, you know what? I want to go to university like Dr. Horton. Or not like me, but to get the knowledge and the education that is necessary. Some interesting statistics, and I know you're bright. I had a nephew who attended this school. When I lost the election, he said to me, so, Uncle, I need to talk to you. And I said, okay, what going on, station? And he said, what are the factors that you think contributed to your loss? And he was about like 11 or 12 years old. And I'm looking at him and I said, big people not to ask me a question that what is inquisitive and ask me. And I said, Station, A lot of factors contributed on us. And he said, oh, I think so too. So I know the quality of education and the quality of reasoning that comes from the children from Hosanna Prep School. 83%, more than 3/4 of our young people don't have what we call tertiary level education. And that means 83% of them don't have a university degree. Now, when I look at you today and I look at the 40 odd of you, I know that each and every one of you will be attending university. I know that from the other day, a lot of the rhetoric has been about making money. And people don't value you unless they say that, oh, he's doing something to make money. But I like children and I admire when I was a child, because when you're a child, you don't really think about money. You think about the real things, like being a good friend, like studying hard, like contributing to the development of a country. I want to say to you today, young boys and girls of Hosanna Preparatory School, make sure you maintain this childlikeness in you. Make sure you maintain this level of genuinity, this level of positivity, this level of appreciation for each other's abilities, and do not quantify yourself straight with just the money that you think you can make from life. A university degree is important. It was important for me because if I did not attend university, I would not become the man I am today. And that was something that it stumbled upon me, but it does not have to stumble upon you. You can make preparation, and you will make preparation. Boys and girls of Hosanna Preparatory School, the world is your oyster, and you must take it with both hands. Enjoy the rest of the graduation and continue, like David, to defeat the light and the conqueror of your future. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Horton. Lovely. Let's give him a round of applause. Couldn't have done better. I'm inviting Amaria Burnett and Tadre Dixon at this time to do a presentation, just to express on behalf of the Hosanna Preparatory School our appreciation to Dr. Horton.
Dr. Han, on behalf of the graduating class and in fact, all here present, it is my pleasure to present you with this token as a symbol of our appreciation for you being here to add lustre to our evening. Your words were truly timely and encouraging. Please rest assured that we will endeavor to put most, if not all, your timely recommendations and encouragement into practice. Thank you, sir.
I just have a little story to share. I don't know how you will view it at the end, but there was once this little Jewish boy that could not understand math. His parents became very, very, very concerned that their little boy is failing at mathematics. They exhaust every method of teaching, the teaching-learning process, the tutoring, and the schooling method until they reach their last resort. Can anyone think what the last resort was? Anyone can guess? Okay, their last resort was to send him to a Catholic school. Okay, I see the sign right behind me. Perfect. The next day, little Elijah comes home from school, runs to his room, and started studying. When his parents got his report card, can anyone figure out what they think that was on that report card? And A. Very good. So they asked Elijah, what made the difference? What caused you to get an A after all our trial and error, and we believe we did everything that we could? His answer was, when I saw what they did to the poor guy on the plus sign, I knew they were serious. When I saw what they did to the poor guy on the plus sign, I knew they were serious. Sometimes we say fear is not good, but I am almost certain out of this fear of the COVID-19, our children and also parents, guardians, and supporters learned what we call resilience. I am almost certain if every single one of you inside here was to stand and give a testimony, you would have been able to say that you did something during COVID-19 that you thought you were not able to. During COVID-19, I learned, and I took it for a joke, I did not know that, you know, when you cook up saltfish, you know you can cook up saltfish with cucumber, right? But who knew that you could cook up saltfish with the melon skin? Did anybody know that? And so one morning, during the COVID-19, I was still privileged to have been able to exercise in the mornings with the persons in my community. And during that period, I learned it. And let me tell you, I tried it, and it tasted just as good as if you cooked it with cucumber. So I learned something during the COVID-19. At this time, I'm going to ask, we continue with our program, and we're going to ask the grade 5. Those are the persons, the grade 5 students are the ones who are charged with the responsibilities, charged to school leavers, followed by the graduates' song, then the valedictorian speech, and we'll go in that order. I'm now inviting the grade 5 to the podium to do their presentation. Are the grade 5 representatives here? Please give them a round of applause as they make their way to the podium. This September, they will be the ones that is going to be double more than conquerors. Give them a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
like a big merry-go-round. You're up and then down, going in circles trying to get to where you are. Everybody's been counting you out, but where are they now? Sitting in the same old place, just faces in the crowd. We all make mistakes, you might fall on your face, but you gotta get up. I'd rather stand tall than live on my knees, 'cause I'm a conqueror and I won't accept defeat. Try telling me no. One thing about me is I'm a conqueror. I'm a conqueror. Oh, got a vision that no one else sees. Lot of dirty work, roll up your sleeves. But there's a war out there, so come prepared to fight. You never know where the road leads you. Not everyone's gonna believe you. And even though they're wrong, don't prove them right. I'd rather stand strong than live on my knees, 'cause I'm a conqueror and I won't accept defeat. Try telling me no. One thing about me is I'm a conqueror. I'm a conqueror. Oh. Ooh. Ooh. I'm a conqueror. Oh. We all make mistakes. You might fall on your face, but you gotta get up. We all make mistakes. You might fall on your face, but you gotta give up. I'd rather stand tall than live on my knees, 'cause I am a conqueror and I won't accept defeat. Try telling me no. One thing about me is I'm a conqueror. I'm a conqueror. Oh, oh, make mistakes. You might fall on your face, but you gotta get up. We all make mistakes. You might fall on your face, but I am a conqueror. I am a conqueror. You are conqueror. Oh. You have conquered the first leg of your academic journey. The race was a long and tedious one. Yet, you stood tall, you held firm, and you conquered it. As the other leg continues, stay true to your beliefs, glide over the obstacles, continue to work hard, and be the conquerors that you are. You have paved the way for us, and we will continue in your footsteps, as we too will be conquerors. Go spread your wings and conquer the world. Be the best versions of yourself.
Do they need this?
Omar Brown. Omar, he's coming.
Ladies and gentlemen, I just want you to join with me. I was made to understand that we have a dignitary in the house this evening, a stalwart of the Hosanna Prep School. I'm going to ask that you join with me in welcoming Miss Quarry. Miss Quarry, where are you? Let me hear it for Miss Quarry. Woo, 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 woo. There she goes. Stand again, ma'am. Wait. At this time, we are going to be graced with all what our graduates have been through. They are going to be telling their story. And at this time, I'm inviting Peyton Tracy to come forward to the podium. She is the valedictorian. Keep it going for Peyton. Come along. Congratulations.
Once you have the vision and the passion to make it happen, you will achieve your dream. It is up to you to decide when to make it happen, but your attitude will guide you to answer that. A warm and graceful afternoon to our honorable guest, honorable chairman for this afternoon, Mrs. Althea Keane, chairman of this school board, Dr. Derek Harvey, PTA President, Mrs. Patricia Campbell, PTA President, Mrs. Patricia Campbell, representative from the Ministry of Education, Mr. Kerr, respected Principal, Ms. Dorothy Chambers, School Administrator, Mrs. Carleen Dehaney, dedicated teachers, most valuable parents and guardians, fellow graduates, a pleasant afternoon to you all. It is with pleasure that I stand here to represent the class of 2022. Today is a memorable day for all of us, because we have ended an episode in our lives, preparatory school, and are about to start a new chapter of our journey, high school. Fellow school leavers, you will agree with me that it has really been a remarkable experience. The journey for many of us started 9 years ago, a joy journey filled with many bumps along the way. When we started out, we had many confusing and frustrating days. We had to sit still and listen. We could not move about as freely as we were accustomed to at home. We had to remember the various formulae in mathematics. We had to remember the subject-verb agreement rules, which I must say, I still struggle to remember. Then came COVID with its darts. In the beginning teaching learning system, sending us online, and graduates, we must confess that many of us were just signed into classes. We barely heard anything being said as the Roblox, or by the way, do you remember the terms fire free and toxic? Yes, these occupied our time. But by the time we entered grade 6, we got the shock of our lives. Whether or not we wanted to watch these things, we could not do so as freely. We had to find strategic ways to do so, as the work at times appeared overbearing. Was it really overbearing though? Or was it our approach as we had become accustomed to so much free time? We rose to the situation though. We had no choice. We were hurting but not broken. Down, but we wouldn't allow the new change to knock us down. We fought like true conquerors. Hosanna Prep has left us with many comical memories. Can we recall some of them? I certainly can. They have left fond memories. Let me jolt your memory. Natural disasters are what we hear about, but couldn't imagine we would experience one. It was in the month of February. Classes were going on when suddenly the unforeseen occurred. We were all frightened. But do you remember who tried to run away from the earthquake, only to be sent back inside by the teacher? Yes, frightened as we were, danger could have resulted from the falling object. What about our unpaid policemen who would get up at odd times during classes just to patrol or survey the room randomly? Jaden, do you remember who was always stomping down the ramp and blaming it on his shoes? Then there was our choice spot under the mango tree. How many games did we sneakily play there, only to appear innocent when we see Miss Chambers or Mrs. Dehaney approaching? Yes, Miss Chambers and Mrs. Dehaney, now we can confess. What about our choir practice? Oh, how we looked forward to being called by Mr. Rodney. It was a well-needed break from the book. Thank you, Mr. Rodney. Last but not least is the game we have prior to our ability practice exam and on the last day of our CBT exams. Dr. Stubbs, thanks for helping us girls out. We girls had much difficulty getting the ball from the boys. They played with resilience like true conquerors. Fellow graduates, our journey was really punctuated with memorable experiences. Let's use the skills and knowledge garnered to steer us through life. Success is a big word that carries much responsibility. It's not only for the academic achievers and the talented, but our true athletes. Othniel, what role did you play?
I play goalkeeper and make sure I save all
survivor, I'm not gonna give up, I'm not gonna stop up, I'm a work harder, I'm a survivor, I'm not gonna take it, I'm a survivor, keep on surviving, a survivor, I'm not gonna give up, I'm a survivor.
So this section of the program is dedicated to the part that I know all parents and guardians and teachers are anxiously awaiting to see the reward. School business is no monkey business, and I know at Hosanna it is what is deemed as professional and excellent, because I am a product of that institution and I have no regret. And if I were to go back down the mother's world and come back, I would send my children there. And Mrs. Duane, I don't know where Kingsley will end up, but just in case I become the grandparent of the children of Kingsley and Martine, Hosanna will be my choice. At this time, I'm going to invite the lovely lady, Mrs. Grant, to the podium to assist us with the gimme the southern part. Give her a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, Mrs. Keene. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, well-wishers, I now present to you the school leaving class of 2022. Let's give them a big round of applause. Better than that, man. I now call Ms. Chambers to the front. Peyton Tracy. Courtney Robinson.
Courtney. Congratulations.
Janae Barrett. Aliyah Farkinson.
Thank you for that. Congratulations, Alia. Back with us.
Chanel Holmes. Imani Bygrave. Alejandro Findlay. Omar Brown.
Come, Omar.
Luke Ferguson. Leandre Gibbs. Jamal Scott. Dominic Henry. Kiana Brown. Abriana Gilling. Alexia Forrester. Paige Taylor. Aliana Burke. Darcian Mowat. Matthew Williams. Jaim Andre Ferguson. Kian Robinson. Tadre Dylan Campbell. Tyler Linton. Chase Ricketts. Ariel Stubbs. Emily Bernard. Kaylee Bernard. Amaria Burnett. Keys Bennett. Kira Joy Pessoa. Aiden Edwards. Diane Pearson. Othniel Gordon. Demelia Sabaxon. Nathan Fisher. Ryan Paris. Ethan Edwards. Jaden Bailey. Thank you. Let us all give a big round of applause to the graduating class of 2022. I now hand over to Mrs. Dawkins.
Okay, students, get ready for subject prizes. And I will invite Dr. Harvey, please.
This afternoon, students will be awarded for 5 subject areas, namely social studies, mathematics, ability practice, science,
language arts. And this is based on how well they perform at Hosanna, as we have not received the PEP exams as yet. Alejandra Findlay, social studies. Chase Ricketts, social studies, mathematics, ability practice, science, and language, all 5 areas. Nathan Fisher, ability practice, science, social studies, and mathematics. Dominic Henry, social studies and ability practice. Othniel Gordon, ability practice. Jamal Scott, ability practice. Matthew Williams, ability practice, social studies, and mathematics. Janae Barrett, ability practice and social studies. Keith Bennett, ability practice. Yes. Emily Bernard, ability practice, science and social studies. Kaylee Bernard, Science and Social Studies. Kiana Brown, get ready. Kiana Brown's ability practice and social studies. Amaria Burnett, ability practice and social studies. Alexia Forrester, ability practice. Darcy and Mowat, ability practice, science, social studies, mathematics, and language arts, all 5 areas. Ariel Stubbs, ability to practice, science, social studies, mathematics, and language arts, all 5 areas also. Peyton Tracy, ability to practice, science, social studies, mathematics, and language arts. Paige Taylor, ability to practice and mathematics. Ryan Paris, social studies. Kira Joy Pessoa, mathematics and science. Chanel Holmes, science and social studies. Chanel. Courtney Robinson, get ready. Courtney Robinson, science. Aliana Burke, ability to practice. Aiden Edwards, science. Alia Farquharson, ability to practice. Jaime Andre, please get ready. Jaime Andre Ferguson, ability to practice. Leandre Gibbs, ability to practice. I'm released now, right?
Yes, that's it.
Thank you very much, Dr. Harvey. And now invite Mr. Carr to assist us with some presentations, please. These awards are for clubs and extracurricular activities to include behavior and also most helpful. Gaim Pearson, Scout, Football and Athletics. Janae Barrett, Speech, Choir, Science, and Browning. Emily Bernard, Speech, Choir, Math Olympiad, Dance, Netball, and Excellent Behavior. Kaylee Bernard, Speech, Choir, Dance, Netball, and Excellent Behavior. They both do well. Kiana Brown, Speech, Choir, Math Olympiad, Brownie, Dance, and Most Improved Girl. Aliana Burke, Speech, Choir, Brownie, and Dance. Asen Edwards, Speech, Outstanding Behavior, and Athletics.
Take your time, take your time, take your time. There's a broken one. Take your time.
Luke Ferguson, Speech, Choir, and Math Olympiad. Alejandra Finley, Speech, Choir, and Math Olympiad. Chanel Holmes, Speech, Choir, Science, Dance, Athletics. Peyton Tracy, get ready. Peyton Tracy, Speech, Choir, Science Club, Math Olympiad, Netball, Brownie, and Dance. Paige Taylor, please come forward. Paige, Speech, Choir, Brownie, Dance, and Netball. Ariel Stubbs, get ready. Ariel, Speech, Choir, Science, Math Olympiad, and Brownie. Alexia Forrester. Speech, choir, math Olympiad, brownie, dance, netball, and athletics. Keys Bennett, choir and math Olympiad. Imani Bygrave, choir, brownie, dance, netball, and she's also one of our most improved girls. Thank you very much, Mr. Carr. Could I invite Mrs. Campbell to assist us, please? Alia Farkison, choir. Alia, please come. Jaime Andre Ferguson, choir, and he's very dutiful. Thank you, Jaime. Sorry about that. Abriana Gilling, choir, math Olympiad, brownie, dance, netball, and she's also very dutiful. Osnell Gordon, choir, math Olympiad, football, and is also known for athletics. Ryan Paris, choir, math Olympiad, dance, and football. Kira Joy Pessoa, choir, math Olympiad, brownie, dance, and netball. At this time, I'd like to pause from the presentations for a while, and I'd love to invite Courtney, Janae, and Tyler Linton to make a presentation to Mr. Carr. Please come forward, students. Hold it there. Please come. Miss Doman, Kira Journal, right? Yes. So Miss, my name go get called. You give Kira Journal already? Yes. My name go get called. Just turn around. Say you need to go. Ministry representative, thank you for taking time out of a relaxing weekend to support us. As a body, you have always been there with us, especially during these troubled COVID times. Thank you. Thank
you, students. Thank you very much, Mr. Carr. Let's resume our presentations.
Courtney Robinson, please come forward. Choir, Math Olympiad, dance, football, athletics, and is my right hand. Very beautiful. Thank you, Courtney. Dylan Campbell, science and excellent behavior. Nathan Fisher, Math Olympiad, football and athletics. Dominic Henry, Math Olympiad and outstanding behavior. Jamal Scott, Math Olympiad, dance and football. Tyler Linton, Math Olympiad, football and athletics. Amaria Burnett, netball and dutiful. Thank you, Amara, for being my secretary. Thank you. Leandre Gibbs, football and athletics. Come quickly for me, please, Leandre. Chase Ricketts, football. Please come, Chase, come quickly. Demina, get ready. Demina Sabaxon, football and athletics. Tajre Dixon, football and athletics. Come, Tajre. Courtney Robinson, very dutiful. This young lady stays in the classroom every single evening and she takes up the books and the pencils and all that were left carelessly. Thank you very much, Courtney. Now there's a special award that we have, a special trophy for a gentleman. He's not afraid. He's not shy. He performs, regardless of what it is. He performs for JCDC, medals for choir, for speech, and Mr. Rodney can remind me of the others. And this afternoon, we want to recognize Ken Robinson. Most improved boy, Jaden Bailey. Come for me, Jaden.
All right, Jaden. Smile.
Thank you, Mrs. Campbell. I now invite Mrs. Doheny. Please come forward. Our next award is for sports personnel or boys and girls who have done extremely well in sports. I'll start with the girls first, since we say ladies before gentlemen. Sportsmanship award for girl goes to Chanel Holmes. Come from me, Chanel. Our next award was for sportsmanship boy. Now, this group is a very unique group, and so we could not award one boy. There are a number of boys who help Hosanna to be on the map. And so this afternoon, we must recognize 3 gentlemen. In no particular order, Gaim Pearson, Sportsmanship 2022. Please come. Andre Dixon, please come forward. And last, but by no means least, Leandre Gibbs. This young man just can't keep still. He's always on the go. Congrats, Leandre. Now, we move to a very special section. We recognize 2 students, a top boy and a top girl. Usually, we would have had the PEP results, but they aren't out. So we have to go to our next best option. The students were selected based on an average of the end of year exam that they just did, along with the mock exam prior to the PEP exam, the CBT exam. After looking at the scores and working out the averages, the top boy award goes to Chase Ricketts. And the top girl award goes to Peyton Tracy. There is a special presentation that we have to make this afternoon. This is a special award to an outstanding student. Very resilient, just like what is symbolized by the flag in the Jamaican flag. A true Jamaican, rides above all odds to perform. Very industrious, a budding baker, a seamstress, an overcomer. This afternoon, I would love to present a small token to Amaria Bell. Amaria, this is from some well-wishes. All the best. Congrats, my darling. Thank you, Mrs. Mahaney. I now invite Ms. Chambers to present the principal's talk. Please come, Ms. Chambers. The Principal's Cup goes to an outstanding student who does well academically and balances it with extracurricular activities. Does the work and yet performs, yet participates in extracurricular activities. Doesn't settle for mediocrity, always striving for the top. An excellent young lady, Peyton Tracy. Congrats, Peyton. Thank you, Ms. Chambers. We could not have done it alone as teachers. Parents, thank you. Thanks for your support. We could not have had dialogue with all parents, and so there are two outstanding parents who were there. They were our mediators. We spoke to you through them. This afternoon, we want to recognize two such parents. I would love to invite Mrs. Tracy and Alexia and Alia to the Alexia and Alia, please come. Alexia Forrester and Alia, please come.
Thank you for not just being a parent representative. Thank you for not just being a parent representative, but also a class secretary. You did your best to ensure that all assignments or reminders were passed on in a timely fashion. You were always ready to clarify anything we did not understand. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Our other parent was one who was more than a secretary. Information that was sent via WhatsApp, homework, assignments, etc., she ensured that students got it. If there was any misunderstanding, she clarified. She did so ably, without any hesitation. She answered all requests.
I'd love to honor Miss Simpson. Miss Simpson, please come forward for me. Miss Simpson, Jaime Andre, and Demani, please come.
This one. Okay. Miss Simpson, thanks for your mother's support. You made yours. It's up. Miss Simpson, thanks for your mother's support. You made yourself available to impart information to our parents and did so very efficiently. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ms. Simpson. Thank you, students. I'd love to invite Kira Joy to make a presentation to Dr. Harvey for me, please. Pardon me? Sorry, Paige.
Kira Joy, you were absent. I'm sorry.
Paige Pessoa, please come forward. I'm sorry, Paige Taylor. Thank you.
Dr. Harvey, thanks for your support in steering this institution. Your skillful directions is an ingredient for us to shine this afternoon. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Paige. Sorry about the mishap. I'd love to invite Ms. Chambers, and I'd also love to invite Kaylee and Emily. Please come for me, girls.
Thank you, Ms. Chambers, for putting up with us. We know as active children, we truly have to understand. Thanks for not giving up on us. Thanks for believing in us. All right.
Thank you, Emily and Kaylee. Thank you, Ms. Chambers. I now invite Mrs. Doheny. Luke and Aliana, please come. Thank you. Please come, Luke and Aliana. Mrs. Dehaney, you're invited.
Mrs. Dehaney, thanks for providing an atmosphere that fosters learning. With all the shout, you truly gave it your best, and for that, we thank you.
Thank you. Mrs. Campbell, please come forward. Matthew and Keys, please come.
Thank you, Mrs. Campbell, for working behind the scenes to ensure that we have the correct support to foster learning. We are truly grateful. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'd love to invite Nathan and Chanel. Nathan, can you manage it? And Chanel and Mrs. Keen, please come.
Mrs. Keen, thank you. You truly kept the evening bubbling with your charisma and charm. We were truly entertained. Thank you, Mrs. Keen.
Let me the mic, Chanel. Give me the mic. Set the mic. It's on? I'm going to ask Nathan to step back, stay. Mrs. Dawkins, could you come for me, please? What? Eh? You have the paper? Then go on feet, then. Mrs. Dawkins, come. To an outstanding teacher. Oh. I try my best.
Ladies and gentlemen, graduating class, parents and well-wishers, good afternoon. I am so pleased to present this special gift to a special teacher, Mrs. Dawkins. Thank you from all of us. You're an excellent teacher and we want you to know how grateful we are to you. May God continue to bless you.
Thank you, Gracie. I'm really going to miss you. It was nice working with you. Thank you. Mrs. Keen.
Pardon my language. Oh boy. Mrs. Duane, Miss Chambers, Hosanna, the prizes look tough. Oh no, go hard. Parents, you don't agree with me that they went hard, then go hard, you know. But there is one little thing that I can say as a past parent. What time is it? 20 minutes to 7. But I know something had to happen before we get to this point. I am not going to say it out loud and clear, but parents, I know you sigh. What is going on? A breath of relief? It's done. Miss Duane, you know what, right? Parents, you know what it is, right? That big S, and I won't say no more. You are relieved, but the journey continues, and I encourage you to continue to do well. We are at the end of today's function, and as we witnessed your defying, fruitful journey that has come to an end, but only at Hosanna. There is another door for opportunities, and all the opportunities, boys and girls, and the challenges await you at the other end of the road. At this time, I'm going to invite
there is a special song, the choir, that you are to come show off your talents. I invite the choir to come forward. After the choir, I will invite Chase Ricketts to remain standing and be at the podium for the vote of thanks, followed by the audience in respect to our national anthem. And I will continue to remain respectful for the end of the evening while we end our function with pride and dignity and respect, and allow our graduates to proceed. So I'm going to ask the choir to come forward.
One, two. Testing, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Silver Allion.
Wait, man. You know, I have to say that. You have to stay here so I say it.
Driver.
Public announcement.
Driver of a Silver Allion with license plate 1004HW. You're causing obstruction for the persons who want to come up from down at the bottom. So I'm kindly asking you to move your vehicle, please. Thank you. License plate 1004HW. Thank you. Silver Allion.
Chase Ricketts. Chase. Just before the rendition of the vote of thanks, I would like to use this opportunity just to say a special thank you to the hard-working team. The hard-working team of the Hosanna Preparatory School, who I know worked tirelessly and hard to have this event a success this evening. Pat yourselves on the shoulder. I know it is not easy. You have done well.
Feeling gratitude and not expressing it is like wrapping a present and not giving it. It is with this in mind that I feel truly honored and humbled to stand here this evening to propose the vote of thanks on behalf of the class of 2022. My deepest gratitude and appreciation to all those who made this event a resounding success. Dr. Andre Horton, your eminent presence has indeed made this event a memorable one. Thanks for those inspiring words, charging us to go forth to higher heights, overcoming any obstacles that we may face so as to rise to the top. We truly appreciate it. Heartfelt thanks to Mrs. Althea Key. You certainly kept us alive with your bubbly charisma. Thank you. It is with immense pride that I convey my gratitude to our principal, Miss Dorette Chambers, and school director, Mrs. Carleen Dehaney, for making this occasion possible. Special thanks to the teachers who worked unanimously, proving that it is possible to achieve anything if we put our hands and hearts together. Thanks for a job well done. Profound thanks and gratitude to Dr. Derek Harvey for his unstinted support rendered to us over the years. Special thanks to our PTA president, Mrs. Patricia Campbell, for helping us steer in the right direction. To our special invited guests and well-wishers, we extend our gratitude for gracing us with your presence. I cannot thank everyone enough for their involvement and their willingness to take on the completions of the task. Thanks to the St. James Parish Church family for once again accommodating us. We truly appreciate it. In closing, I show my heartfelt thanks and gratitude to all for their wholehearted support rendered to us over the years. Once again, thank you for being with us this afternoon. It's been a pleasure.
I invite you to stand. Miss Tracy, Peyton Tracy. Miss Peyton Tracy. It is with distinct honor that she will lead this congregation with the singing of the National Anthem. Please remain standing. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Hosanna Preparatory School, I present to you the graduating class of 2020. Please remain standing while we wait on our distinguished guests to proceed. Thank you for a lovely evening.
you.